So I got a new toy today. It's an HDMI and USB 3.0 adapter. That way I can connect my monitor right here via HDMI. I already have an HDMI to Thunderbolt adapter, but I wanted to see how it would work via USB. So if I had another monitor, say with this one over here, it's just a TV, and I wanted to hook it up, then I could have three monitors. And because I have a MacBook Pro, there's only one port. And I don't want to buy a Thunderbolt display because those are a bit pricey. So the device itself is actually really well built. It feels great. It feels like it was made out of great materials. Very simple, obviously, but you do have to download the drivers, and I want to stress that because I tried utilizing it as plug and play, both in Windows and in Mac OS X, but that did not work out for either of them. You have to download the drivers from whoever developed the device. I know Pluggable has one. This one is by J5 Create, so just be sure to download those drivers. Now what I'm going to do right here is show you a baseline. I have the HDMI to Thunderbolt, or Thunderbolt to HDMI, however you want to phrase it, already attached. Now because I have my laptop plugged in, I can actually close this one and utilize this as the only monitor. Notice it flashes blue and should adjust. There we go. And what I'm going to utilize to show how well this works, or set the baseline, is a video game. It's a very common one, Portal 2. So under the video settings, I am going to set it to 1080p. There we go, 1080p. And everything else I'm just going to leave as default. Alright, so I'm just playing around. I'm going to roam around this hallway. There's a little bit of a glitch every now and then. I'm not sure if it's because of the adapter. It could be because of the computer itself.
No, don't worry, alright? Not a problem for me. Here we go.
And
Do you smell neurotoxin? Hold on, the neurotoxin levels are going down. So whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Hold on, something's wrong. Neurotoxin levels up to 50%. No, it's down. Sorry, my mistake. I meant to say it's down 50%. Good news, carry on. That did it. Neurotoxin at 0%. Yes.
okay, so everything seems like a pretty... Yeah, it's an earthquake kind of thing going on here, so ignore that.
Neurotoxin pressure has reached dangerously unusual levels.
It seems pretty fluid. I'm just gonna quit this and we're gonna try out the USB 3.0 and see how well it performs. Now, as I kind of stressed earlier, I did download the drivers, I did install it. It made me restart because it's a driver, you know. You have to restart after you install drivers. So everything's already installed for this specific HDMI to USB 3.0 adapter. Now I did notice that when I shut this, it leaves the monitor, this one, going in a weird way. It's not displaying anything, obviously it's the laptop itself isn't displaying it, but under display preferences, it still recognizes it. Why that is, I don't know. It could be something to do with the operating system, then again it could be something to do with the driver or adapter. But that is unimportant. We're just going to play this game and see how well it performs playing Portal 2. Now under video settings, I'm going to set it at... I was going to say 1080p, but that's not available. So I'm going to set it at 1440 by 900, which I believe is very similar to the resolution of this monitor. I don't know if those have anything to do with each other, but yeah. So again, I'm going to continue from where I left off. I'm seeing a little bit of glitching here where lines are not exactly keeping up to speed. Now I'm seeing a lot of it.
The cube's broken. We can ride it straight to her.
So yeah, I did notice a little bit of glitching, but it wasn't anything too major. But when switching between desktops, especially with OS X, you can notice The right, which would be the dedicated actual display, and the left obviously have completely different timings, and this one gets all glitchy. It's not a bad display if you're just going to use it for general tasks, like a Word document, you're going to edit a video, but I mean, there even, see when I'm scrolling across here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can definitely see it, it will glitch. I mean, it's like half of, or the centerpiece of this Dreamweaver application will be over here. It's pretty interesting, actually. And I think I'm kind of grasping or understanding the difference on why HDMI, when you just plug in to this adapter, why it would be so different compared to the USB 3.0. I think USB 3.0 is designed around as needed throughput, or as needed data transference, whereas the displays, dedicated displays, DisplayPort, HDMI, it's constant throughput, where it's always putting in data to be changed. I'm thinking that's where the difference actually lies, is not the adapters and ways of getting the video to from your source to the device. I think it's the adapter's actual architecture, and the fact that USB 3.0 wasn't really designed to be a DisplayPort. As for whether or not I would recommend the device, I would have to say a big no. I'd give it a 1 out of 5 stars. The performance is minimal for the price. It's $60, and there's too much of a stutter. It's glitchy. I would really recommend just getting an adapter, Thunderbolt to HDMI, and sticking with the dedicated monitor, this one right here, and your external monitor. I did actually try plugging in this one as well, but when I did plug in all 3 monitors, or have all 3 monitors detected, it would have the one connected via the USB 3.0 to HDMI limited to 720p. So again, the device is not worth the price.